And good morning, Minecraft. This is Mr. Xarian, and welcome back to another episode of my single-player series. I'm happy to tell you guys, by the by, that I am now back from vacation, which is awesome, and that I am ready to record again. And to do that, we're going to need some more items. So one of the things that I've discovered through my research and my intelligence intelligence agency, and not like smarts, I mean like spies, basically, is that the next thing I want to do, we may face some challenges, and we may have some issues with technological armor. All right, there may be some problems showing up there, so we need to kind of step back from our nice power armor and do something a little more interesting. So to that end, we're getting an item from Thaumic Tinkerer, known as the Osmotic Enchanter. Now, I've already gotten all the stuff I need, all the items put together, but we need to check what we need over here. So I'm going to need some vacuous, about 20 of it. Let's see, do I have any vacuous in here? That may be a challenge. Vacuous. I have 6, and I need 20. Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think chests have some. So let's get another 4 chests. I shouldn't be doing that. I'm going to get a content ID. Sorry. No, I was listening recently to a music video that was done by the amazing Miracle of Sound. If you haven't heard of him, please go check him out. He is awesome for The Witcher. And actually, I'm thinking of picking up the tri-pack for it. All right, so I need Alienus. All right, I need 20. Do I have any Alienus in here? I don't think I do. Yeah, that's kind of a difficult one. Alienus. I don't think I have that here. Oh, wait, right there, Alienus. Alright, what about Endstone? So I need to, not do that. Though I guess if I do get a sort of a content ID hit, I can always say to him, hey mate, I'm sorry, I just love your stuff so much, But yes, I'm actually debating picking up the Witcher stuff. I don't think I could actually do a video series on it because it is kind of an M-rated thing, right? If you've ever seen The Witcher, you know what I mean. It's kind of, let's say, not for kids is a mild way of putting it. And I think YouTube might have some issues with me if I do a series on it. All right, so I have Potentia. I need Cognito and Precantio. Let's try have any Cognito, whatever it is. Fake Latin. It's all fake Latin. Actually, I think some of it's real and some of it's made up, but, what can you do? Right, Cogito. I don't know. Give me a break, guys. So you can see we also updated by the fact that all my inventories are a little bit wonky. All right, Cognito. What would have that? Maybe... Yes. Beautiful. And then I need more magic. Where am I going to get magic from? Well, I could throw some shards in, but I'm not thrilled with that idea. Yes, it's a great song. I might put a link to it in my description, because, you guys would probably like to see it. It's a cool little thing. Moonstone? No. Valiant? No. Blaze powder? Yeah, that's fine. That's nice. I know that. Blaze rods should do the trick, right? Alright, so let's junk this stuff in. Oh, it's gonna take bloody forever to do this. Why aren't you... Oh, you're out of warded jars, that's why. The question of the day is, what wound up in there that's not draining out? It's green. Could be just about anything. But you're full, so I'm gonna do this. Oh, nope. There we go. See, that's what we needed. Hello? Mr. Golem? You gonna... No. Alright, so maybe empty that out. There you go. Now you want to go put stuff somewhere. What was that anyways? Oh, Exanimus, Undeath. That's what that was. Oh, that makes perfect sense now. All right, let's get out of this guy's way while it does that. But yes, I don't think I can do a series on it, but I might end up playing The Witcher just off camera. Or I might do a series on it and just cut out the naughty bits. Though, I have a suspicion half of you will complain at me for cutting out the naughty bits. Ah, that's the best part, yes. I'm like, I can't put that in YouTube. What are you, nuts? They wouldn't be very happy with me, trust me. Alright, so let's just double check once this whole thing's drained out here. Alright, we are still draining because our little golem is having some issues today. Just gonna put that in there. Why don't I actually bring you guys back in? Well, you know what? Why don't I talk about my vacation? So yes, I was in Scotland with my mother. Everyone's probably going, oh gosh, you took a vacation with your mother. Actually, taking a vacation with my mother is pretty awesome. My mother is an awesome, awesome person to take vacation with, trust me. And she is probably... I don't need Beastia. She is one of the most historically knowledgeable people I've ever met, if you want to be completely honest about it. And she's super cool on vacation, like super cool. So we went to Scotland, and rather than the first time we went, where we kind of did a guided tour bus kind of routine, this time we actually went out and we did it wasn't a guided tour at all. We went out, we saw stuff, we were in a car, we were driving ourselves, we went all around, we stayed in the town of Carbridge, which if you don't know where that is, that's up in the Highlands, up the A9. And we drove all around. I mean, we were on B roads, we were on listed roads, we were everywhere. For my US viewers, roads in the UK are in a couple categories. Similar to how we have them in the US, but they're a little bit more strict. In the US, for those of you who are from Europe, we have interstates, federal highway, we have the interstates, highways, state highways, and then kind of state routes, and it's a little confused. So, for my US viewers, you have your motorways, which are kind of like I-95 in Boston, you know, the big, multi-lane, 4-lane things. Smaller than that, you have your A roads. And those are, they actually really, I think they're supposed to be more like a US state highway, like Route 2 is in Massachusetts. However, in Scotland, it's a little bit murkier, because they're kind of narrow and small and tiny. By tiny, I mean there are A roads where the line disappears, you're up in the mountains, you're going around these hairpin turns, and the road's like a car and a half wide. So you're sitting there going, what have I gotten myself into? What am I doing? Why am I here? Ow, 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 you jerk. Why am I here? What am I doing here? And what's going on? And my mother's driving because I'm under 25, so the rental would have just been ridiculously expensive for me. To add me on. My mother's driving, and she's used to driving this giant Honda Pilot. We're driving this little Volkswagen Jetta turbo diesel, and a TDI. And, oh my gosh, we thought we were going to die a couple times. There were some times coming around corners where you'd have like a truck, like an 18-wheeler in the other direction. You're like, oh god, that's it, we're done. We're going to be off the mountain. That's it. But, you know, I mean, the main thing is they have a lot of pullover places, a lot of passing places. So you just pull off the road, you let the traffic go by you. Because, of course, the speed limits on all these roads are like 50 miles an hour. And we're driving along going, how the heck do these people do this? Like, how are they not all dead? All of them. Every second. So, yes, it was a lot of fun. We were staying at a little timeshare place that's kind of like a cabin lodge thing. I only had internet in the main building when I was in the kind of the bar area. So that was fun. That was fun. Yeah, I only really had internet over there. Ooh, is that Endstone? Oh crap. That's not Alienus. Shoot. Alright, so we'll have to do this. You know, I was only staying in like the bar area where I had internet. But so it wasn't feasible, really, for me to actually update or do anything for you guys while I was over there. Because I had my laptop. I'm not going to take my desktop with me. Are you crazy? On a flight like that? You're nuts. So that was fun. I mean, we really did enjoy ourselves. We really had an awesome time. You know, it was a lot of fun. I was more than thrilled with the entire event. You know, it was great. It was really great. But now I'm back, and now I can record. So yes, after my derp out of using Tenebra, confusing Tenebra for Alienus, which happens sometimes when you're like me. He's going to be emptying that Arbor out, but I don't want any more Arbor, really. So let's empty that. Eider, we can save. That's fine. But it looks like he's going to be doing Alienus now, which is good. Nope, he's doing Praecantio. Okay. I didn't even know there was any Praecantio in this net. Probably in the top one. No. Must have been pulling it straight out of the Olympic, then. Come on, guy. Would you start doing Alienus? Yeah, there you go. How many Alienus do I need for this thing? 20. Did that say 20? Okay, yeah, 20. And then 50 Praecantio. Alright, well, do I have the Praecantio? I have 38. Joy. What else is going to give me Praecantio? Praecantio. What did I use the first time for Praecantio? Let's just do this. So we're going to do that. So that's going to do that. We're going to get the rest of our air, Alienus, and the rest of our crap out of here. Oh, is it showing up on the top? Yeah, it's showing up on the top. All right, that's why. So he's going to empty those out. We're going to get 50 Praecantio, and then we're going to make this thing. And I'm actually going to come back once I'm done with it, because you guys don't really need to see this. And we're back, guys. All right, so let's take a look at this Osmotic Enchanter. Now, this is something of a multi-block, so you have to have these obsidian totem pillars, and you have to find these in the world. You have to have at least 6 of them. And then, once you've done that, you have to go out and shove some Nitor on top, right? Now, I believe the taller these are, the better they work. I'm not certain if that's exactly how this functions, but whatever. Alright, so, how does this work? Well, we're going to put our wand in, and we're going to put our bow on top. And you can see, we can actually enchant it and pick what we want to enchant it with. So let's say we want Infinity. Alright. It's going to pull the Vis that's required out of our... Let me get rid of this. Hold on. There we go. It's going to pull the Vis that's required out of our wand. Now let's say we also want to add power. And I want to add power 5. Alright. So that's going to require a bunch of Ordo. Okay. More than we can store in this wand. However, I believe... And I want to throw a quick draw in there as well. We're going to start the enchantment process. And it's going to pull it straight out of there. Alright. Now, I believe when it's... Can we remove the wand is the good question. Oh, right. And also the Vis cost modifier also applies. So now notice I've taken this out. And I can go get this thing recharged. Because we didn't have quite enough Vis in our wand to actually finish the process. And this will be a lot easier once I have my wand recharging upstairs. So let's drop down here. We can shove that guy on. You can see he's building back up all of his stored energy. Off the top. Because I think it goes in a specific pattern. And I don't think I actually have a whole ton of Ordo in my network. It's actually not increasing any Ordo yet. Oh, there it goes. We're getting some Ordo back. Now, that's also modified by the effects of the sorry. The silver wood and the thaumium capping. That does actually affect, I believe, the Osmotic Enchanter. So it is worth it to use a higher power wand to do your work with. Okay? You can't use wooden and iron capped wands in there anyways. But it is worth it as we repair this thing. Now, this was a bad example because it's just about broken, alright? But, as you can see, it shoots pretty well. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. And it's also infinite. Infinite. Now, I think, was there something in here that could help me? Talisman of Remedium, Spirit Blade, Transvector, Kinetic, Gravitational Locomotive, Helmet of Revealing. I didn't want that. thought there was something. Mend your wounds. That's not what I wanted. Ah, Thaumic Restorer. Oh, gosh. Well, this actually isn't that bad. We need a Thaumium block and some other stuff. So let me be right back. I'm going to get started with this just in the last few minutes we have. And I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back, guys. So, what we're going to be doing now is just getting a couple things worked out. And we thankfully have some of these labels. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is get our jar label for Perdito. Perdito. And we can put that one back there. I discovered that there's no good way to do this without doing it this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to label Perdito on that. Alright? And then we're going to take this guy. I should have a void jar for Saxum around here somewhere. There we go. And we're going to label the second one with Saxum. Beautiful. Now, all we should have to do, you're labeled for Perdito, you're labeled for Saxum. Beautiful. Okay, so now, if I come back over to here, let's get some of this Alimentum out, let's get this hopper pulled off, let's get some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, some of this stuff. What I should be able to do is hook this in, throw in my Alimentum, and start chucking my cobblestone in. Now with the labels on here, it's going to make sure that everything flows where I want it to. Except this one. It isn't accepting. Yeah, it's not, the Thaumic Restorer is just not accepting. I wonder why. Huh. That may be a bug. So that could be an issue. Let's pull that out, put that back in. No, it's just not. Okay. Is there anything else special that needs to happen here? Interesting. Alright, well, let's do this. Let's pull all this out, right? All the stuff comes out. We'll let that filter out, and we'll get some... what's it called? Flint. We'll see if Flint works. Alright, Flint. It could just be displaying the wrong animation, which is always a possibility. So let's junk that in there. That's... I have to keep emptying that out. Oops. No. Oh, that's what I should do. Okay, because then that... Okay, perfect. So let's see. That should still fill with that. That should still fill with that. That should be fine. I think they'll actually prefer... whichever one they can. I don't think it really matters much. I think rather it's the Saxum will automatically go to the one that it prefers. If that makes any sense to you guys. So, let's see. That's still doing its thing. That's still doing its thing. And that's going to take... Nope, now it's filling with Saxum. I want... Instrumentum. Perfect. Alright, so let's chuck this guy in. Yeah, it's eating the Instrumentum now. Alright, so it's actually working as designed. Beautiful. Let's purge that. I want to get some of that Instrumentum into here so that I can pull it. Actually, I should have Instrumentum in one of these containers here somewhere. It's blue. Instrumentum. Perfect. And then I can just label this, yoink that. I put this guy back in here. Thank you very much. I'm not certain why it was showing as Perdito there, but you can throw that on. That should be labeled as Instrumentum. No, it relabeled it to Saxum. There we go. So now I can actually label that. There we go. And I should just be able to chunk this guy into there. Perfect. Now, it isn't showing me exactly... it doesn't show exactly how much Vs will be needed. Ah, and the bow is now finished. Beautiful. So we now have a little repair system set up, and that should be working fine. Beautiful. So we now have our little bow, and I'm going to need to make some other items off camera, but that's going to also wait. Some of that's going to be off camera, and some of that will wait for next episode. And then probably the episode after that, so 2 episodes from now, you guys will be able to see the full setup working, and we can go to this magical and dangerous land that I want us to visit before the season wraps up. Alright guys, this has been Mr. Kassarian. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please give me a like, comment, subscription. If you have anything you want me to work on, give me a suggestion. I'd love them. Getting a little short on the ideas over here, so if you want to see something cool, let me know, and I'll take a stab at it. As always, guys, happy mining.